This is a custom order, and it's an Australian themed junk journal. And so I crocheted this little closure. It's got some little beads on it. And I have a tutorial on how I make these, crochet these. They're very simple, doesn't take long. And then I've just added some beads at the bottom with the ends there. So I've used 3 different colors of thread or string. And so it's got a beautiful tassel. And this tassel has lots of fabric and lace, which I've cut down the middle to make it a little bit thinner. I've crocheted another little string there, beads at the top, and this is a necklace that I was gifted, and I just thought the colors went so well, I just put a little button on the bottom, so that's a nice chain there. This one's especially pretty and chunky. And then I've just attached the tassel onto the spine with the twine. And I've just, on the inside, there is the middle piece, which I'll show you, that's also held in there by the twine. And so I've put this pretty bird on there, and I've made one of these cluster roll things that I make, and that's just a rolled up strip of coordinating paper, and I've wrapped it with the fabric and some string and beads I've wrapped around. I have a tutorial on that one too. And this has a tag. Just a plain tag. On the back there is a sticker, and this is the base of this is an HP Instant Ink box, which is what I'm using for everything these days. Makes it nice and thick. And then I've just put some details down here. This is a strip of paper bag, and I've put some twine on there, and I wrapped it around with some coordinating threads, and I've zigzagged it on there. Something that seems to be a little bit of a trademark. All right, and here's the first page. This is one of those pockets that I like to make with sort of ruffles, and I didn't do a ruffle this time, but I just did the threads around there, threads wrapped around twine. I've used a doily there and made one of my clusters with a button on there. And then I've got inside here, I've got these coins, and these are from Australia. These are, I believe they're commemorative. They run Wikimedia Commons, and I don't believe they were ever used as legal tender. There's no dollar value on them, so, and they were being shared without any license. So I found these beautiful pages from an Etsy designer, and they are Aboriginal prints. Just love them. And I also found some watercolor images digital kit on Etsy, and they have these beautiful images. You'll see these throughout. Here's an Edith Holden page. These are coffee dyed papers. On Wikimedia Commons, I also found these images, and these are from a book called Protected Birds of South Australia. I just thought they were so cute, and they just fit in so well with sort of animals and birds. And these are Carolyn's craft tree. I seem to use them in every every nature journal anyway. So thank you, Carolyn. And this is an image also from Wikimedia Commons, and I've used the author's name. I've given them attribution as it suggests on there. There's a nice ruffle with a piece of lace underneath. here's a little pocket, and that has a pelican picture, and that's in here is some specimen slide. And these are some leaves that I just picked up on the sidewalk on a walk. So I thought those would go nice. And the base of this is HB Insta Inks box. Makes it really solid. And I put a couple of eyelets in there at the top. That looks quite nice there. I've been doing this a lot where I've added these envelopes in the middle, and that can come right out. And in here is my letter from the journal maker is inside here, and that's magnetic. And I've added a ruffle on there, and on the ruffle I added some lace, and then on top I added 3 strands of yarn that I've doubled, and then I've just hand sewn some little X's to keep it down there, and just added a little bit of dictionary book paper there. And this is actually a paper bag, and what I've done with that is I've crumpled it up, I've coffee dyed it and dried it in the oven on a temperature of 200 for a few minutes, and then I added hair conditioner and just a little palmful, and you just gently, very gently work into the paper, and it kind of looks like fabric now, or kind of a leather look. I've done that before. And here's a beautiful bird. This is a Glossopsita condina bird. There's a dotterel. There's a koala. There's an envelope. That's got a couple of images in it. That's got a rainbow lorikeet and some kangaroos. And I decided not to print that on photo paper. I just felt it went along better with it to just print it on regular cardstock. That's held on by a paper clip. And this is a leaf that I found while walking, and I put a sheet of acetate over top of it and some book page underneath it, and I've covered it with this paper bag sort of fabric kind of thing that I've made, and then I just covered it over, made the square just a bit bigger, and then just folded it over basically, and then I just hand sewed around. So that's a little something there, a little something from Canada. So on the inside end page, I've just made this frame, and it's the acetate frame, and then I put a sticker on the acetate and added a tab. And then this is a little tag that goes inside, and I heard that the recipient likes lobsters, so I added a lobster there, and I put this sticker on there that I made saying love from Canada. A little bit of Canada in the Australian themed journal. And little pretty little bird on the back. So this was super, super fun to make. It was certainly a challenge that I gratefully accepted. You know, you kind of end up doing a lot of the same all the time. So this was a beautiful break from the same old, and I had a ball making it. I did make this little book. It's called The Forest Flora of South Australia, and it's just got some little tea cards of some of the flowers that are found in Australia. I found these from a digital artist on Etsy as well. And I will link the Etsy shops in my description. And there's a little funny little piece of ephemera there. Thanks for watching. Take care.